Hi, so the purpose of these videos is to go hand in hand with the private guitar lessons that I do. These videos are not lessons as such, but rather are a reference tool and a recap of the lessons. So what did we do, how is it supposed to sound, how are you supposed to do it, etc. So this video is for Carol, and this week Carol and I looked at the very basic building blocks of blues music. We looked at a very simple progression, 1-4-5 progression in the key of G, and I'll play it up to speed, and then I'll play it a bit more slowly, and we'll talk about what's going on. Okay, so that whole thing is actually pretty simple. It revolves around one idea, which is repeated and transposed to different parts of the neck. So the one simple idea is simply this. What I'm doing is I'm starting with the root note of the chord that I'm hinting at, which is a dominant 7 chord in the key of G. So I'm going to play a G, which is the 3rd fret of the E string. I'll thumb that twice. Then I've got this little double chord thing. Okay, all I'm doing there is I'm simultaneously playing the 5th frets of the D and the G strings. You could use a finger each for that, like this, or you could use one finger to bar that fret and to fret both those notes at the same time, whichever is more comfortable for you. So you've got. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking my index finger and barring the same strings but at the 3rd fret, so it's the D and the G string on the 3rd fret. And what I'm then doing is I'm using my middle finger to very quickly after that hammer on to the 4th fret of the G string, which gives this sound, which is actually me approaching the major 3rd from the minor 3rd, which gives it that kind of bluesy sound, while still hearing this note here, 3rd fret of the D string. That's an F, that's the flat 7th, so that's what gives it that dominant 7th sound. So slowly. All I then do to access the other sounds is to transpose what I'm doing up the neck to the 8th fret for a C7 sounding thing. Back down. All the way up to the 10th fret for a D7 sounding thing. Oh. That's not set in stone. Play around with that, elaborate on it, embellish. We will look in future lessons on how to develop that kind of thing. But you've now got a pretty basic framework that you can use. And the nice thing about the guitar is that once you've mastered an idea in one position, you can play it at any. So we could be playing in the key of A. Same thing, but from the 5th fret, or in the key of B. Again, same thing, but at the 7th fret. Next week we can have a look at some simple licks that you can use to embellish around that kind of idea, and you'll be sounding like Stevie Ray Vaughan in no time.